What's going on, guys? It is Wrestlemania here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including Triple H caught lying about Brock Lesnar. John Cena is keeping a huge secret. WWE signs a $1 billion deal. Brooke Hogan explains why she did not attend Hulk Hogan's funeral. Roman Reigns written off television. Tiffany Stratton recounts a vicious attack on her. Backstage Heat on AEW stars. HHH caught lying about Brock Lesnar. Now, our top story today takes a look at John Cena and whether or not the WWE great was the mastermind behind Brock Lesnar's controversial WWE comeback. On the post-SummerSlam show, headed WWE creative Triple H implied that Cena was the one who wanted to work with Lesnar, as he stated. This is John Cena's wish list. It's him writing the last chapter of his book. One of the very first things I said to him was, "Who do you want and how?" And we're working through that. However, Cena was recently interviewed by Adam's Apple, and Cena outright stated that he deals with the cards that he's dealt, naturally implying that he doesn't have any say in the creative direction. I've been saying the same thing for 25 years. They deal them. I play them. Cena said they've got to continue their programming going forward. So, they're just trying to make the most exciting shows for fans. And for the dozen of them I got left, they deal them. I play them. Now, this isn't the first time that Cena has contradicted the game, as Triple H previously implied that Cena was in essence booking his final run. Yet, Cena has denied this. Cena admitted that he has somewhat of a say, but to say that he books his own programs is completely untrue. Cena's comment are now the talk of social media, as fans are asking why Triple H tried to pass the blame on to John Cena for Brock Lesnar's return. Triple H should take ownership of the situation, especially if he was the one who wanted Lesnar back into the mix. Triple H is a rather unusual year from a PR perspective, and Cena definitely isn't the first name to contradict his claims. Earlier in the summer, the game stated that our Truth release and subsequent rehiring was a total work. This was seen by many as tasteless in truth, and his own family came out and said that Triple H was lying about this. John Cena keeping huge secret. Next up, John Cena keeping a huge secret, and John Cena has decided to keep what he told Cody Rhodes in the ring at SummerSlam under wraps. During Cena's interview with Adam's Apple, he wasn't willing to share what he said, as it was strictly between him and Rhodes. Well, if the world finds out about that, they won't find out about it from me, because that was between me and him. Whatever Cena said made Rhodes burst into tears. So it was clearly something incredibly emotional and heartwarming, just like when The Undertaker whispered something to Bray Wyatt. Next up, WWE signs PLE deal with ESPN. $1 billion deal in WWE premium live events have a new home in the US as of 2026, as all PLEs will be broadcast on the new ESPN platform. ESPN broke the news today, and the deal is reportedly worth $1. $6 billion. Wrestlemania will be part of ESPN's new direct-to-consumer streaming service starting in 2026 thanks to an agreement between WWE and ESPN. The deal announced Wednesday includes toured events like WrestleMania and SummerSlam, plus other WWE premium live events including Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, and Money in the Bank. WWE will produce the events for ESPN platforms, which will serve as their exclusive U.S. domestic home. The platform is yet to launch, but it will launch later this month. And according to ESPN, it will cost $30 per calendar month. ESPN will launch its streaming service on August 21st with a $29.99 per month price point, and will keep the linear network's name ESPN. The direct-to-consumer service will allow users to get all 7 of ESPN's domestic linear networks in addition to ESPN on ABC and several other streaming options. Now, it's unknown whether PLEs will be included in the standard $30 a month package or whether they will require an additional fee. Logically speaking, there isn't much incentive for WWE fans to subscribe to the platform if they aren't getting new WWE content for the standard price. So, it'll be interesting to see what WWE and ESPN's plans are. There was speculation that all WWE pellets in the US may end up on Netflix. And this was mainly down to Netflix being the home of Raw and the home of all WWE content in the majority of countries outside the US. They've evidently shopped around, and they've gone with the highest bidder. Right now, we couldn't miss the WWE Network any more than now. The network had literally everything and at a lower price point. WWE said that they will be putting backlog content on Netflix, but they have yet to put that up. And while some of it is up, it's only about 20% of what the network actually had. Next up, Brooke Hogan. Brooke Hogan explains why she did not attend Hulk Hogan's funeral. The legendary Hulk Hogan was laid to rest yesterday in Florida. Numerous names from Hogan's life were present, including Kevin Nash, Ric Flair, Triple H, and Stephanie McMahon, and even Vince McMahon, who reportedly delivered the eulogy. One name who wasn't present at the funeral was Hogan's daughter, Brooke. In relation to why Brooke opted to not attend, she took to Instagram to state that Hogan hated funerals and he never wanted one. My father hated the morbidity of funerals. He didn't want one. And although I know people grieve in many ways, and I'm so grateful for all the celebrations and events organized to honor him as his daughter, I had to make my own decision to honor him the best and most genuine way I knew how, privately. The way that made me feel the closest to him. The only thing that missing today was him in his pop-up lawn chair, watching the waves and the sunset. Brooke would go on to state that she took her family to the beach and paid tribute to her father in her own private way. A moment that was quite coincidental was a picture that was taken by Bam Margera as he took to Instagram to show a cloud in the sky that looked quite close to Hulk Hogan's. Roman Reigns written off TV. Pose. Next up, Roman Reigns written off TV. Roman Reigns made a surprise appearance on Raw this week, and the idea behind the appearance was reportedly to write him off television for the foreseeable future. According to Dave Meltzer on the Wrestling Observer Radio, Reigns is now going to be absent from WWE whilst he films the Street Fighter movie. Cody Rhodes is also set to feature in the movie, yet he isn't expected to miss any pre-advertised dates at this stage. Reigns' next advertised date in WWE isn't until Survivor Series in November. However, it's almost a certainty that if Reigns is working that show, he's present for the majority of the build, which means TV appearances on either Raw or SmackDown. Next up, shocking WWE creative plans leaked. Now, SummerSlam was one of the most shocking WWE events in recent memory, but it was almost made even crazier with one more surprise plan for the show. According to Dave Meltz on the Wrestling Observer Radio, the initial plans for the show were going to be Seth Rollins to win the world title on night one, then defend it versus LA Knight on Sunday's show. By the way, you know that match with Seth and LA Knight? I don't know if I told you this, but on the original card, they were considering there was like an asterisk. You know, they were considering Seth and LA Knight in a title match on the Sunday show where, you know, he'd win the title on Saturday and defend it on Sunday. But this would have been wild, but it may have been a surprise to many. It's appreciated that WWE wanted to stack SummerSlam as much as humanly possible. However, moving the Rollins vs. Knight match to Raw was probably the right call, especially if it was always expected to have a non-finish. Next up, Charlotte Flair calls fans out. Now, Charlotte Flair is a name that has been unfairly criticized the majority of her career. She's often a name that is trolled online for her appearance. Flair discussed this directly during an appearance of Off the Vine, and Flair quite rightly stated that she could have a great match, but certain individuals would focus solely on her appearance. I think it's the online perception, and I hate that I think sometimes I'm getting better. It's like, what does my body have to do with my body of work? Like, you guys have seen me grow up from 28 to 39. We're not critiquing how this guy looks or this suit. Like, why did I just put on a great match? And we're talking about what I look like. A Flair would then reflect on her character in WWE by stating that because she's been untouchable on screen, she became unrelatable. This is something that Flair and WWE have definitely been working on recently, as a popular pairing with Alexa Bliss has allowed Flair to show a new side of herself to the audience. Next up, a WWE Champion reacts. WWE Champion reacts to OFF script moment, to going off script. A WWE Women's Champion, Tiffany Stratton, appeared on Logan Paul's Impulsive podcast this week, and naturally, Stratton was asked about the infamous segment with Charlotte Flair. Stratton would defend herself for going off script and making a personal remark towards Flair, and Stratton confirmed that she did apologize to a WrestleMania opponent. Charlotte Flair is Charlotte Flair. She's a legend, and I was a champion at the time. Things were heated. She was very competitive. I'm also very competitive. I'm trying to prove to Charlotte Flair that I can go. I can stand up to her. I'm worthy of this title. So yeah, she got heated. We both went off script. It happened. I did have to apologize, and that was that. No, I'm someone that can fully embrace being wrong, and I had no problem apologizing. A Stratton would boldly claim that she was justified in going off script in the manner she did. Yes and no. I think it was justified, but maybe I shouldn't have gone that far, but I do feel I was justified in what I did. The backstage reaction to Stratton's remarks to Flair was seen in WWE Unreal, and Triple H directly stated that Stratton was going to have to apologize to Flair. Stratton was also asked on the podcast about her thoughts on Hulk Hogan, but she declined to talk about him, saying, "Do you know how many times I've been canceled? A lot." Next, Tiffany Stratton recounts vicious attack. Up! Tiffany Stratton recount a real vicious attack on her. Speaking of Stratton on Impulsive, she recounted a real-life story of her being attacked by two individuals during a time in NXT. According to the Women's Champion, she cut someone off in a parking garage, and when she pulled over, a man and a woman got out of the car, and they physically assaulted her. According to Stratton, the man stomped on her face. She would state that the assault was so serious that it broke a bone in her face, and she was forced to miss an extended time away from the ring. And finally, backstage. Backstage Heat on AEW Stars. Heat on AEW Stars. Our final story today takes a look at news relating to the Hurt Syndicate in AEW and how they're reportedly unhappy in the promotion. A recent ex-base from JUP 2013 stated that MVP had been rubbing people the wrong way in the company and has obtained backstage heat. Fightful Select would then add that MVP has a personal issue with fellow AEW talent Mike Bailey. We haven't particularly heard anything regarding Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin specifically, but it's been well known backstage that MVP dislikes Speedball Mike Bailey. The issues have mainly come from MVP not wanting the Hurt Syndicate to lose to Jet Speed and FTR, and it's believed that MVP has a preference for the team to lose the titles to younger talents on the roster. Instead, MVP stated that the team preferred to lose the championships to younger teams or talent. MVP's personal preferences were that of the Gates of Agony, the Outrunners, and Private Party. There was also a discussion that they wouldn't have been open to losing to Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay, but we were told that due to Ospreay's neck injury, that wasn't much of a consideration. Now, in relation to whether MVP, Lashley, and Benjamin could potentially exit AEW, all three have multi-year deals with the company. We've not heard anything regarding the element of her syndicate leaving the company at this point. The trio have multi-year deals with a number of years left on the deal. There were hints to us that MGF and the Hurt Syndicate were originally supposed to last longer. We were told that there isn't heat between MJF and her syndicate. Specifically, we were told that MJF and Hurt Syndicate have no issues behind the scenes. This is definitely something that Tony Khan needs to get under control. Talent shouldn't be refusing to drop their titles, and fans are already questioning why MVP has issues with Bailey, as Bailey is seen by one of the most likable talents in the company.